kickoff and the first game of the Minor Ontario Provincial Championships. At this time, we're going to start welcoming the teams to the field. We're going to start with our visitors from Windsor Central Little League, the Cyclones, number 21, Alex Provincial. Sign up on the baseline, guys. Just on the baseline first.
Yeah, just on a...
Oh, Alex, right.
Thanks, Alex. Way to be the first one.
Way to be.
Number 29, Luke Bondi.
Try to clear up the top.
Number 15, Caleb Casillas. Number 77, Luca Jubenville. Number 9, Hunter O'Mara. Number 99, Max Ruthven. Number 19, Wyatt Henderson. Number 24, Lugan Sheeler. Number 13, Lorenzo Lewis. Number 11, Felix Mayu. Number 16, Brooklyn Lockwood. Number 29, Emerson Tucker Reevey. And number 17, Maverick Belair. And we will welcome the coaches to the field, Ryan Lockwood, Rob Lukovic, Charlie Bondi. Welcome to the Cyclones. And our home team for game number 1 from East Nepean Eagles. Number 7, Chris Grenier. Number 9, Dino Zeraudis. Number 14, Eddie Kearney. Number 12, Leo Zhao. Number 8, Titus Tan. Number 6, Sam Lemo. Number 4, Avery Pottinger. Number 11, Zach Prince. Number 3, Easton Engler. Number 10, Henry Muner. Number 2, Julian DeCosta. And number 5, Brooks Campbell. And we will welcome the coaches for the Nepean Eagles, Mike Prince, Brian Engler, and James Pan. All right. So now we're going to do the Little League pledge. So we have it both in English and French. So there's one from each team. If you guys want to come up just in front, you don't have to do it on the mic. Just come stand up in front of the umpires here. Perfect. With a nice loud voice.
Hats off, please. Who's going first?
Serment de la Ligue. Je crois en Dieu, j'aime mon pays et je respecterai ses lois. Je jouerai à franc jeu et m'efforcerai de gagner. Les victoires ou défaites, je ferai toujours de mon mieux.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I trust in God, I love my country, I will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best.
Yeah.
All right, you guys can return to your teams. And I ask everyone that's able to stand while we play O Canada. Thank you, everyone. All right, I'm going to hand the game over to our umpires, Sue, Darren, and Keenan. Have a great game.
Ryan? Go, Alex. No matter what happens, good attitude, okay? What's your name? Dino? Brooklyn, Dino? Good at bats. One out by the gate. That we
Emerson up for us is number 26. He's called out as 29. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. What's happened at home too? I don't know where the message was.
Oh, because there's two.
Yeah, Luke Bondi's 29.
Okay. Emerson is 26.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
But then, like, when he's up the next one, he's like, remember, listen,
do I keep this or do you want to
I'll
pass?
pass. I'll take them back.
I'll bring it.
first batter's allowed to be here on deck, but after that, don't leave the dugout with your bat until you're
Somebody lead us. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very Spot all day, Chris, all day. And I'm there. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hold on. No. Yeah. He'll still be growing next week.
How many more?
3 more, you good with 3? 2, 3, whatever you want.
Chris, I got 3 more, okay? Ball in, coming down! Coming down!
Hey, roll around, Andy. Yes. When you're walking out that transition,
Now batting
Hello everyone and welcome here to Pembroke, Ontario. It's day one of the 2026 Minor Ontario Provincial Championships. And it all starts here in the morning between the East Nepean Eagles and the Windsor Central Cyclones. Hello everybody, my name is Jacob Ewing. I'll be here all week long running the YouTube live stream, and it's leading things off for the Cyclones number 21, Alex Broklovic. And he'll be facing the starting pitcher, Chris Grenier. This is going to be an amazing week full of ball. 3 games today. 10 o'clock slated, obviously this game right here. 1 o'clock as High Park will take on Orleans, and 6 p.m. as Upper Ottawa Valley, the host team, takes on the Timmins Lynx. And Broklovic will go through on that one for a strike. As we're here at beautiful Riverside Park. Field all nice up and done. Beautiful spot here behind the backstop as they're on planted. And I'll be fouled out for strike number 2 against Broklovic. And a chance for Grenier to start off his morning successfully. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And he'll foul it back and stay alive. And so with that foul ball, he'll see another 2-2 pitch here from Grenier. And up high, we're going to a full count, as this is one way to start the ball game. We'll have a payoff. And it's ball 4 and a leadoff walk for the Cyclones. As they'll get a leadoff base runner to work with here, and it's Luke Bondi, the catcher, who will have a base runner to work with. This is going to be a great tournament. I'm so excited. I got to do the District 7 Minor Championship, so got a little preview of one of the teams who will be here in the Brockville Braves. Did the Minor Provincials last year, and that was a real good time. It's very quality ball for kids who are of the age group of, I believe, 11U. That one just down and away for a ball. And he'll foul that one back. Bondi, this one down the left field line into foul territory, so we'll stay with 2 strikes as he went swinging over that one up high. As Grenier looking for the strikeout pitch, as he's got himself a pair of strikes in this count. And we'll see if he can find it. Bondi did a successful job fouling off the last one, go to another 1-2. This one in the air, and will be fouled back, and we'll do it all over again. As that one's fouled back to the East Nepean fans just to the left of the backstop. And we'll go back to another 1-2 pitch after Bondi has fouled back a pair. This one popped up in the infield. And a diving catch successful, a thing of beauty there from Zarudis behind the plate. And they got the runner at first as well as I don't believe he tagged up. And a double play for East Nepean to start off their defensive effort successfully. And what a catch it was from Zarudis in foul territory. Waited to the last second there to sprawl on out and make that grab. And it was Broklovic down at first who didn't tag up, and there's 2 down for Caleb Casillas. As they'll foul the first pitch back to start things out with a strike. And after a leadoff walk, prime situation here for Grenier to send his team to the offense, the 0-1. That's whipped to the outside, and we'll split the first 2 pitches. And he goes through as Grenier gets him to wave at it. Casilla's got a battle here to stay alive. They'll see the 1-2 pitch. In play to the shortstop. The scoop successful, 6-3 in time, and that will end the top of the inning as the Eagles retire the first 3 batters and will send themselves to the offense. When we return, it's East Nepean looking to open the scoring. Bottom of the first set to get underway here in Pembroke, and it's top of the order due up for East Nepean. Chris Grenier, who was able to have quick succession on the defensive side of the ball at the mound, will have his first at-bat to start things out for the Eagles on the offense. And starting pitcher this morning as well for the Cyclones, number 77, Luke Jubenville. Grenier up the middle as it gets to center field, and he'll start things out with a base hit. And a leadoff runner here for East Nepean as Grenier piped that one right up the middle. And a diving effort there from the Windsor Central shortstop. Won't be able to cover the ground in time, and here's Dino Zarudis with a runner on. As Zarudis will go to his third base coach real quick and join us back in the box, so we'll await his first pitch. And we'll take it looking on the outside for ball 1 as he stares that one down. That one dies down quickly into Jubenville, though, at the mound. The plate is second in time, and they'll get the fielder's choice to keep runner out of scoring position. After a nice heads-up play there from Luke Jubenville to get there in time after that was on the end of the bat and, didn't have a whole lot of power on it from Zarudis. And here's Eddie Kearney to the plate. High chopper to the shortstop, out of the glove. Quick flip with his second, and they got it again. It's back-to-back fielder choice plays. As they're keeping a runner at a scoring position, it's only first base for the Eagles, as it's been lots of contact for East Nepean. First three batters finding it in fair territory, but here comes the cleanup hitter, Leo Zhao. I'll wait on the first pitch for ball one, as Jubenville has been busy early, having to make that play to second himself after he saw a comebacker. It's down to the dirt again for ball two. And a 2-0 lead here for Zhao. Good contact to right field as it's down for a base hit. And runners on the go. Kearney getting all the way to third. And it's a long hit single for Leo Zhao. And runners coming home as well as that ball is thrown around in the infield. And the Eagles will open the scoring. As Andy Kearney saw himself an opportunity and he took advantage of it. And it's 1-0 for East Nepean. Runner also got to second as well, and just a missed throw to the infield. As that's first pitch swinging there from Titus 10, and he'll foul the first one off for a strike. And while especially at the minor level, if you are exceptional at base running, just taking extra bases when you see an opportunity you have to seize it, you'll be a team that goes far in this tournament. The 0-1. And Tan down to the dirt to the backstop. There goes runner down to third, and a successful steal and a runner a base hit away from doubling the tally. That's ball one on the outside. As Jubenville still searching for out number 3 after his infield was able to help him out and get 2 quick outs. 1-1, strike 2 on the bottom of the zone. And Titus Tan got to protect anything close now. Trying to leave a runner stranded at third is Jubenville. And it's ball 2 just on the outside. Oh, pardon me, 3-2, full count pitch incoming from Jubenville. Here's the payoff. Tan in play, backhand from the shortstop. Play to first is just off the mark, and a run will score for the Eagles as they make it 2-0 as Leo Zhao comes around. And it was a great play by the shortstop to keep it in front of him, but just to throw just a little off the mark, as that was Caleb Casillas over at shortstop. And here's Sam Lemo. Has a heavy swing on the first pitch. Looks like he really wants to do some damage here. He'll go down for a strike. That's up high for ball 1, and we'll split the first 2 pitches that Lemo will see. That's ball 2 as Lemo shimmies away to get away from it. And while aggressive on the offense have been the Eagles so far, just fast base running. Lemo, ground ball to Jubenville at the mound. The scoop and play to first is in time. And that will do it for the first inning as East Nepean strikes first and makes it 2-0. And when we come back, Windsor Central looking to get on the board themselves. top of the second inning as we join you back here in Pembroke after the Eagles took a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first. It's the Cyclones looking to respond and leading things off. It's number 77, Luke Jubenville, who was, well, quite busy in the defensive side as the starting pitcher this morning for Windsor Central. That one's on the outside is Chris Grenier back on the bump for his second consecutive inning. And a quick 2-0 lead here for Jubenville. That one's just up high, and he'll take a full control on this count. As catcher will call time, and Zarudis will meet up with Grenier. As they'll have a quick conversation about how to go about this. And we'll get back underway. It's a 3-0 lead for Jubenville, looking for ball 4 to start things out with a base runner here for Windsor Central. And Grenier will get one back to keep him there for strike 1. And Chris will start his battle back into this count. And strike 2 on the outside. And he's brought it to a full count. And Grenier looking to make it the reverse K. And he will. Strike 3. And quite the battle back from Chris Grenier, who went down to a 3-0 hole, but it's 3 consistent strikes. And it's a leadoff punch out for the Eagles. Here's Hunter O'Meara. That's the first one on the outside for O'Meara, who was playing first base on the defensive side for the Cyclones this morning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's strike 1 as it clips the bottom of the zone by the knees. That's down to the dirt to the backstop for ball 2. As it was quite the battle on that last count from Grenier to get back in it. Well, he's already got a strike in this one, so. But it is the hitter's count going O'Meara's way. Here's the 2-1. And gets him swinging through. Looks like a change of velocity there from Grenier as well. And now O'Meara's got to protect. The 2-2 delivery. And fouls it off to keep him there. And so we'll have a second consecutive 2-2 pitching coming. After a good battle there from O'Meara on the last one. It's outside. It's the second straight count that goes the distance. As we're now full. Grenier won the last one. Here's the payoff. And he'll win that one as well. Strike 3, and it's back-to-back punch-outs from Chris Grenier. As he goes 3-2 in both of them and able to find the finishing pitch. As that one freezed up O'Meara, and here's Max Ruthven. And a chance for Grenier to potentially even strike out the side. Well, Ruthven trying to change that. First pitch on the outside for ball 1. Get contact on that one, but we'll just spin it off the first baseline for a foul ball. Now he's got a feel of it, wearing number 99 as well. Obviously, big league player. Aaron Judge wears that number. See if he can hit like Judge here as he splits the first 2 pitches 1-1. And he'll take that one looking right over the heart of the plate from Grenier. And now he's got to protect 2 strikes down. Chris Grenier looking for 3 straight strikeouts to send his team to the offense. The 1-2 in play. Popped up the shallow center and able to cover the ground. is Brooke Campbell to end the top of the second inning as it's 3 up, 3 down, and the East Nepean Eagles will look to extend their lead when we return for the bottom of the second inning. Leading things out for the Eagles, it's the right fielder, number 4, Avery Pottinger, who will try to lead things off successfully after the Eagles fought hard in that bottom of the first inning. Went down with a quick 2 early outs, but were able to find 2 runs to take the lead. It'll be Pottinger, Prinz, and Engler here in the bottom of the second as the 3 confirmed batters. And I'll take the first one looking just to see a pitch as it was right down the pipe from Luke Jubenville, who joins the mound for his second consecutive. And inside he has to back away to get away from it, and we'll split the first 2 pitches. That one's down and away for ball 2, and what made the Eagles so successful in the first try on the offense was their aggressive base running. When balls get away, thrown around with errors in the infield, they're not afraid to take an extra base. Ended up cashing in their first 2 runs because of it, the 2-1. Upped it there up by the eyesight for ball 3, and a chance here to start things off with a leadoff base runner. And Jubenville will keep him there, strike 2. And moves us to a full count. And we'll have the payoff pitch here to Pottinger. That's a bouncer to the second baseman. The scoop and play to first is good. And the Cyclones find out number 1. There's Zach Prinz. As we move on in the order. Nice easy play there to settle in for the Cyclones in the bottom 2. As that was Alex Broklavic who made that play. And first pitch swing, and will foul it back as it gets underneath of it. As Prinz not starting in the field on the defensive side for the Eagles. Now we're whipped across the plate, and we'll just miss on the outside, and we'll split the first 2, 1-1. And a heavy slice there from Prinz. He was trying to do some damage. We'll get a nick of it and foul it back to bring him to a second strike. And Jubenville, who's had a lot of 2-strike at-bats against Eagles batters, it's been the resilience of East Nepean to put it in play. There's been a lot of work on the field so far. Can Prinz find one here? The 1-2. And ball 2. Prinz in play, pulls this one down the third baseline. Got to be a quick toss. And the play to first is safe as Zach Prinz will beat any throwing attempt. And it's a base runner now for East Nepean, as Easton Angler will have someone to work with, as it's a single for Zach Prinz. And here's Angler. His job, advance the base runner to a scoring position. First pitch goes swinging for strike one. Inside by the hands, and while Jubenville now a runner to worry about over at first base. This one dives down to the shortstop. The flip to second, and they'll get out number 2, as that is the third time this ball game where it's been hit to the shortstop and the third consistent fielder's choice. And still nobody able to get to second base for East Nepean. Here's Henry Meunier, who will strike one as he tried to hold the swing, but it won't matter. Still goes in by the knees. That one's down there. Runner down to second, and the throw gets all the way on to right field, and runner's now going to go to third base. One corner to the next as Angler's going to round third and go home, and the Eagles make it 3-0. As Easton Angler turns on the Jets after he initially only wanted second base, but turns to third and then gets the wave from his base coach to come on home, and it's 3-0. As Meunier, this one popped up to shallow left field, and it's down for a base hit. As they'll get a runner back on first, and the Eagles are feeling themselves as it's Julian DaCosta. As we approach the bottom of the order here for the Eagles with DaCosta and Campbell. Strike one, and still 2 outs for the Cyclones. Only one more needed to get them back to the offense, and I'm sure they'd like to stop the damage at only one here in the second inning. This one in play foul, and an attempt to get there in time will be unsuccessful, and we'll see strike number 2 off the foul ball, though. Chance for Jubenville to get his team out of the inning. And ball 1. But he's got balls to work with here in the count after he went up 0-2 early. Uses one there. That one's inside. Runner down to second. The throw and the sliding attempt there from Henry is safe, as he'll steal a base, get down to second. As it was a little early on the initial slide, but still able to scoot his way over to second base. He's got himself now in a scoring position. We'll resume the count here to DaCosta, the 2-2. And runners thinking going to third. And there'll be no test from the catcher. One corner to the next goes Meunier, and he's a base hit away from making it 4, the tally for the Eagles. And it's a full count here, and the payoff to DaCosta. And swings on through, strike 3 to end the inning, as they'll leave a runner stranded at third base. But the Eagles get one more thanks to Easton Angler, who got all the way around after he turned on the Jets. When we come back, it's the Cyclones still searching to find their first run of the game into the top of the third. Top of the third here back in Pembroke for game one of day one of the 2026 Minor Ontario Provincials. And first pitch in there on our leadoff batter. Wyatt Henderson will lead things off. Will be followed up by Sheeler and Lewis. As that one's in there for a strike. New pitcher to the game as well for East Nepean, number 8, Titus Tan. Will look to start his ball game off successfully. And that one's in there for a ball, just misses on the outside. Henderson not starting in the field this morning for the Cyclones. We'll have the 2-1 from Tan. That's high up there for a third ball. And Tan got to find the strike zone now. And it's ball 4 for Wyatt Henderson and a leadoff walk for the Cyclones, as they'll get a runner on and look to work him around. I believe this is the first base runner, or pardon me, Broklovic led off the game with a walk, but since then, this is the first runner for the Cyclones. Here's Logan Sheeler, as we'll see ball number 1. So 3 games today, 1 o'clock High Park and Orleans, 6 o'clock Upper Ottawa Valley and Timmins, and then tomorrow we'll see all 3 more games as every team will get in their first game in the double bracket elimination style tournament we have here, as Brockville is the only team we won't see here today in the tournament. Pitch in there from 10. It's another ball. It's a 3-0 lead here for Sheeler. And Tan got to battle his way back into it. The 3-0 pitch. Inside for ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk for Logan Sheeler. And runner able to advance to scoring position now down at second. And there's Lorenzo Lewis, the center fielder for the Cyclones, with a chance to even load the bases up if he could find himself a single or a walk. As tying run now at the plate too. And so 10 and the catcher will meet up quickly. And behind the plate now, that is number 3, Easton Engler. That's ball 1 up high. And down the heart of the plate from Tan for strike 1, and that will try to kick away that pattern after about 6 straight balls. Gets one back there, and he'll have the 1-1. And down in the dirt to the backstop. Both runners on the go. And a toss down to third, and safe in there is Wyatt Henderson. As it's 2 now in scoring position, and the Cyclones a base hit away from driving in their first run. And a heavy swing from Lewis for strike 2. That's part of it. That still is Dino Zarudis behind the plate. And got him, strike 3. As Titus Tan finds his first strikeout of his debut at the mound, and there's 1 down. And here's Felix Mayu to the plate as the righty looks to drive home some offense. And first pitch inside for ball 1. We'll see how aggressive Henderson is down to third, how hungry he is to get Windsor Central on the board. That's down to the dirt, and that's a good play by Zarudis to keep his body in front of that one. As anything to the backstop puts him in a vulnerable situation for runners to come home. Quick 2-0 lead here for Mayu. And down the pipe from Tan for strike 1. As he'll see a strike through. Cyclones high up ball 3, and one more ball away from the bases being loaded here for Windsor Central with Brooklyn Lockwood due up. And we'll get one back and bring us to a full count. A beautiful pitch there from Titus Tan, as Mayo still hesitant to swing the bat but has to protect here. Here's the payoff. And he will foul one off to stay in it. As the battle will continue between those two, but good for Mayu to pull the trigger there as he needed to. And we'll go back to another full count pitch. It's ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Cyclones. His tying run now at first base, and there's Brooklyn Lockwood. And so the Eagles will go to the bullpen as Titus Tan, 22 pitches in this inning. Well, after a quick discussion with the East Nepean head coach, he trying to keep him under that 20 pitch count, which if you don't understand the pitch count rules, if you keep a pitcher under a certain amount of pitches in a game, it kind of corresponds to a certain amount of days they won't be able to pitch to. So it kind of seemed like the coach asked if he had 22 pitches, but the start of the at-bat reverts to under 20. And the 20 threshold is the 1 day's rest, so he is available for tomorrow's game. And so that's why they go to the decision to bring somebody else in. And with the bases loaded, it's Avery Pottinger to the mound as he'll begin his warm-up before he faces Brooklyn Lockwood. And what a situation Windsor Central has put themselves in. After it was a leadoff walk for Henderson, walk for Sheeler, Mayu also worked a walk. So 3 walks have put them in this situation. And so after the morning game with the Brockville Braves at 9 a.m., then we go deeper into matchups we don't know yet because it is beyond our knowledge. It comes down to who wins certain games and who loses. So we'll have 2 of those, 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. And then after that, it's 2 games a day on Sunday and Monday. And then we're down to solo games as you're down to like the last 3 teams, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we'll crown a champion next Thursday on July 30th. Bases loaded here for Brooklyn Lockwood, and the first pitch from Pottinger. Strike 1 as it gets the top of the zone. As he inherits 1 out and has himself in a jam. And the 0-1 on the outer half for a ball. And while Lockwood, what a situation she finds herself in here. 1-1. Up high for ball 2. And we'll go to a hitter's count here, up 2-1. Ponder got to be locked in right from the get-go. And it's 3-1 on the inside. And ball 4 would get the Cyclones on the board. We'll see if Lockwood tries to wait for it. Pottinger got to be aggressive to the strike zone. As time has been called. As it looked like a bit of an awkward wind-up from Avery Pottinger. So home plate umpire will go have a quick discussion. As people are asking for a balk call, but no balks in minor. And we'll have the 3-1. And strike 2. As perfectly placed there from Pottinger. As Lockwood still yet to swing the bat. She's got to do it now. We'll have the payoff pitch. And strike 3 in there. As a beautiful battle back from Avery Pottinger to bring us to 2 outs as he wins the full count situation. There's Emerson Tucker-Reevely. And first pitch up high for ball 1 as he looks to be aggressive here. Can't be afraid to swing the bat. And this bases loaded situation with 2 outs. I see Nepean trying to work their way out of it, and it'll be a ball up high for Tucker-Reevely. And he goes on through there. Bit hesitant, but decides to go through. And up high, ball 3. And Pottinger in a similar situation he had himself last at bat. He was able to work himself out of the hole here. Tucker-Reevely looking for ball 4. And he'll find it, and the Cyclones are on the board with a bases loaded walk. As it's 3-1, still with the bases loaded. As we'll hit the bottom of the order with Maverick Belair and a mound meeting here. As the infield, when one of the coaches of East Nepean will meet with Pottinger at the mound to discuss how to go about this. They only need 1 more out. It's an out at any bag or the plate. But it's been the story of walks this inning. We've had a walk to Henderson, walk to Sheeler, strikeout to Lewis, walk to Mayu, strikeout to Lockwood, and then the latest walk to Tucker-Reevely. And here's Belair. And first pitch, top of the zone, strike 1. And Pottinger, who started the game in right field, trying to get his team out of this sticky situation with only 1 run allowed. And Belair goes on through for strike 2. And now he's got to get a piece of it and protect if he wants to stay alive. We'll have the 0-2 pitch. And it's strike 3 looking. And Avery Pottinger comes into the ball game with the bases loaded and only allows 1 run and sends his team back to the offense. Still up by 2. When we return here in Pembroke, it's East Nepean back on the offense. Well, bottom of the 3rd underway here, and it's bottom of the order. Brooks Campbell will lead things off. We'll go back up top for Chris Grenier, and Dino Zarudis, who will round out the confirmed 3 here in the inning. First pitch whipped in there on the outside for strike 1, as he'll be able to paint it, as it's new pitcher to the game for Windsor Central, number 29, Luke Bondi. As Campbell will show bunt and pull away, and it was the right decision as he'll take ball 1. And we'll see if he goes back to that bunt attempt. Now, if you're going to do it with nobody on, you got to be speedy. He does. This one laid down the third baseline. Campbell off and away to first, and the throw gets all the way back to the right field fence. Campbell going for 2. He wants 3 as well, and Brooks Campbell will slide on in there. And he's already at third base as he laid down that bunt so successfully. Well, I said to myself, he was going to lay down the bunt. He's got to be fast, and while he exceeded my expectations, he was like the Flash out there. Goes all the way from first, gets from one corner to the next. And the Eagles start their bottom of the third off with success. As we'll go back to the top of the order to Chris Grenier, who led off the ball game with a single. And a mound meeting here is the Cyclones coach in the infield will meet up with Bondi at the mound. As they'll give some words of encouragement, discuss how to go about this. And here's Grenier, who was the starting pitcher for East Nepean. This game has since been pulled, I believe, at 2 innings max here in minor baseball. First pitch to Grenier. That one's behind him. Here comes Campbell on home. And there'll be no test at the plate. And Brooks Campbell makes it 4-1 as the Eagles respond to the run the Cyclones scored at the top of the inning. As he did it all by himself as well. A heads-up decision as soon as he saw that ball get to the backstop. He was gone. And so Grenier, who started things off with a 1-0 count, will see the pitch. And contact will foul it back. As he was just underneath of it, and well, Bondi's been throwing strikes early on. Has looked sharp in his first few pitches. 1-1. Just outside for ball 2. And Bondi started behind the plate as well, so already playing 2 of the most important positions, if not the most important two, as catcher and pitcher for the Cyclones. 2-1. In play from Grenier. Dives down to the shortstop. The play to first is in time. And a beautiful play from the Cyclones infield as number 15, Luke Casillas, makes that one possible. And there's 1 down. And there's Dino Zarudis. 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. As the Cyclones had many of those flips to second base from the shortstop in the first inning. And while Zarudis was the first one of the 3 we saw. Well, take that one down low as he lets it go. And it's a quick 2-0 lead. Underneath of it, cracks this one to shallow center field. It's down for a base hit. And Zarudis will have the first hit of the inning for the Eagles. Or pardon me, second, as it seems so long ago when Campbell laid down that bunt, but it's a single for Zarudis as they'll get down to first base. There's Eddie Kearney, who scored a run, got around. I believe he was the first one to come across home plate for the Eagles. As it's strike 1 on the other half. Swinging on this one, it's up the middle for another base hit. Back-to-back singles for East Nepean. As Eddie Kearney gave that one a good strike. And it puts 2 on for cleanup hitter Leo Zhao. As this top of the order, it's so good at making contact from the Eagles, as we've seen it through 2 innings now. when they're due up. And that one wants a piece of him, and it be a dead ball, as it was very close to Zhao, and home plate umpire wanting to meet up with his third base partner. I believe to talk about if that potentially did get a piece of Zhao. And he will be given first base off a hit by pitch walk, and the bases are loaded here for East Nepean with Titus Tan, the reliever who came to the game on the defensive side for the Eagles. At the plate, first pitch from Bondi. Over top to the backstop. Runner thinks about coming home, takes a couple aggressive steps down the base path, but ultimately will step on back. As it's Zeraudis, Kearney, and Zhao all on base. Here's the 1-0. This one, chopper to the second baseman. It's over top of his glove. One run will score. Kearney's getting waved around, and he makes it 2. And it's 2 RBIs for Titus Tan. And the Eagles make it 6-1. And here's Sam Lemo. He goes first pitch swing, a chopper to the shortstop, out of the glove initially, and the flip to second will be late. And the bases will be loaded once again here for East Nepean, as it's a hitting parade. Here in the bottom of the third, everyone's finding contact. There's Avery Pottinger, 0 for 1 with a ground ball to second base, his first time up. First pitch in there for Pottinger as he limbos away from it for ball 1. And Bondi got to find a way to put a fork in this offense. This is the second time the inning he's had the bases loaded. That'll be ball 2. And it's ball 3 on the inside. And well, for Pottinger, with the bases loaded, we'll see if he's hesitant to try to find ball 4 and would automatically score a run with the bases loaded. Bondi got to battle back into it. 3-0. And it's ball 4 on the outside, and East Nepean will add to their lead. As run comes around, it's 7-1. As this one represented by Leo Zhao. As time will be called by Cyclones head coach, and go have a word with Bondi. And it looks like that will do it on the morning for Luke Bondi, as they'll go to a new pitcher here for Windsor Central. As it looks to be number 24, Logan Sheeler will take to the bump and will start his warm-up as he comes into the game with only 1 out and the bases loaded. The Eagles now up by 6. And well, just gotta stay positive if you're the Cyclones here. There's still lots of ball left to play. As we've seen, we saw a single from Zaruda, single from Kearney, a walk from Zhao, single from Tan, single from Lemo as well. Just everyone finding contact for the Eagles. And while we're, I believe, inching closer to that 5-run limit every inning, the maximum amount of runs you could score is 5 runs. And while the Eagles dancing around that here. And so Sheeler will try to negate that, though. It'd be a big thing if he can get a quick out, bring us to 2, and then we'll force an out in any bag to end the inning. And so a quick shoe tying there as Max Ruthven needed it from his coach. And Sheeler will get ready to face his first batter freshly into this game. It's Zach Prinz, 1 for 1 with a single on the ball game, swinging for strike one. And Sheeler trying to gain some confidence early on the rubber. Hard situation that he joins us here with the bases loaded. 0-1. On top of it, to the second baseman. It's a diving play, but the ball has been dropped on the outfield grass. One run comes around and scores. And what an effort it was from the Windsor Central second baseman to try to get underneath of it. That was Alex Buklavic, but just drops out of his glove. And it's a 5-run mercy rule here in the third inning as the offense explodes for East Nepean. It's 8-1. And when we come back for the top of the fourth, it's Windsor Central. Still time to get back in this game, but they need some offense sooner rather than later. Top of the fourth underway here in Pembroke as it's top of the order as well due out for Windsor Central. Alex Buklavic will lead things off. And the first pitch lobbed in there for strike one. As back into the game for his second consecutive inning of work, Avery Pottinger. So we'll look to try to keep this lead steady for the Eagles. Buklavic rides down the first base line and will just spin foul. And that will bring him to a second strike. Is probably beneficial for Buklavic that ended up going foul territory, as it probably would have been an easy scoop up there and a tag on first base. Pottinger, chance to start things out with a leadoff strikeout, the 0-2. Up high, and Buklavic will get a ball back. And still 3 innings of opportunity here for Windsor Central to get their offense going. And that's ball 2, but as this game gets deeper, the Eagles will also have 3 opportunities, or 2 at least, to increase their lead. So the Cyclones would need to do some damage. Can't wait too long if they want a chance to get back in this game. And it's 3 straight balls for Buklavic, and we'll have a payoff pitch here on the leadoff batter. As he loads up and cracks this one to right field as it splits the second and first baseman. And it's a leadoff single for Windsor Central. And what an at-bat that was from Buklavic. And even on that payoff pitch, he was doing some fancy back trips. Showed bunt, then spun it a couple times. And, maybe worked in his favor there as he's able to work a single. And I believe that's also the first hit of the ball game for the Cyclones as they've been on base. And here's Luke Bondi as a hold off right down the pipe for strike one. And so Bondi we saw start behind the plate. Then he pitched an inning or 2 for the Cyclones before getting pulled just in that last inning. Bondi ground ball, chopper to the second baseman. The flip to second is good as they'll get one, a fielder's choice to keep runner out of scoring position. And there's one down, and that fielder's choice play from East Nepean is just so popular. Or even in this game, it's just if it's hit up the middle, there's runner on first, it's an easy flip. They go there every time. And there's Caleb Casillas. 0 for 1 with a ground ball to the shortstop. His first time up. And a throw down to first and a turn to tag. Bondi slides back in time. Casillas in play. A backhand attempt from the shortstop. Got to be quick to second, and it's just too late. As Bondi will get to second base, and it's a runner in scoring position now for the Cyclones after the initial sliding attempt there. It was good for him to get in front of it, but just unable to corral it right away. And Windsor Central trying to create something here. Luke Jubenville to the plate, our starting pitcher. Back in the first. Jubenville 0 for 1 after he was struck out his first time up. And first pitch from Pottinger in there for a strike. That one on the inside. Both base runners on the go. Throw down the third, and we'll just pop into the glove of the third baseman. And it's 2 successful steals from Windsor Central. And 2 now in scoring position, which makes Jubenville's job just a little bit easier. As mentioned, they need some offense, and they would love it now in a big-time situation. That's a ball up high. As Pottinger has planted a couple pitches around there. Getting flipped both ways. Doesn't get the one there. And loads up heavily to Jubenville. And a big swing for strike 2. As that's a swing that's looking to do some damage. And now he's got to protect the 2-2 pitch. And he swings on through for strike 3. As it's 2 big, heavy chops from Luke Jubenville, but won't be able to connect, and there's 2 down. And it's Hunter O'Mara, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout as well. And with 2 on, a chance for Pottinger to try to leave the bases stranded. As this will be popped up beyond the backstop for strike number 1, and we'll split the first 2 pitches. As Pottinger trying to build off that last strikeout, create a bit of momentum for himself. 1-1. And swing from Amaro will get contact, but will die down behind the plate for a second strike on a consecutive foul ball. And a chance to end the top of the inning. O'Mara got a battle. And strike 3 swinging, and it's back-to-back punch-outs from Avery Pottinger to end the top of the 4th inning, leave 2 runners stranded. And East Nepean will send themselves back to the offense when we return for the bottom of the 4th inning. Bottom fourth back here in Pembroke on day one of the 2026 Minor Ontario Provincials. Game one of the day. It's East Nepean up by 7, 8-1. Back at the mound for his second consecutive inning, Logan Sheeler, after he came into relief midway through the third. And leading things off for East Nepean, number 3, Easton Engler. He'll be followed up by Henry Monnier and then Julian DaCosta. The confirmed 3 here for the Eagles. As this one hit on the inside, pulled to third base, cross diamond, got to be quick, and it's just below the glove of the first baseman. And so a runner will get aboard for East Nepean. As it was close, but just underneath the glove of Hunter Omar over at first base. And this one popped up in foul territory, just beyond the third base line. It will head on down for a foul ball and a strike. As here's Henry Meunier. He'll start off with an 0-1 count. He's got the famous pencil bat, which I've been very familiar of doing Little League for a while. He's got the blue and yellow color wave as well. This one to the shortstop and scrapes on past him to center field, as that's going to get all the way back to the warning track. Runners getting waved around. Here comes Engler to the home plate, and he will make it 9 for the Eagles. It's an RBI double for Henry Meunier. And that was a big hit and a hard play there from the shortstop of Windsor Central. Felix Mayu, were part of me. Unable to locate that number, but it's a hard play. Skips on past him. And the first pitch here to DaCosta on the inside as he shuffles away for ball 1. As there's been contact throughout the entire order from the Eagles. And Sheeler's got to shake that one off as it's fouled back to the fan section. As DaCosta 0 for 1 on the ball game as well. He struck out his first time he was here. Here's the 1-1. And swings on through for strike 2. And so we did a questionnaire to all of the players, and while Julian DaCosta, and I just glanced down for a second in his nickname, and I love it. He goes by King Julian from Madagascar, and I think that's just the perfect nickname. You can't get much better than that. There's a ball there for DaCosta. And if it could be any athlete, who would it be? Ernie Clement. And you know what? I'd probably say the same thing. As he goes on swinging for strike 3, and it's the first out of the inning for the Cyclones, as it's a punch out for Sheeler. And here's Brooks Campbell, as we'll hit the bottom of the order. Campbell, we come to learn he's a speedster. That's a heavy swing on through for strike 1, but he got aboard first base off a bunt his first time up. And then he went all the way around himself to score. And another heavy swing for strike 2 as Sheeler is aggressively attacking the strike zone. Strike 3, as it's only 3 pitches needed for Sheeler, and there's 2 down. And he struck out back-to-back batters. And we'll go back to the top of the order here to Chris Grenier. 1 for 2, single to lead off the ball game, and last time he was here, a ground ball to the shortstop. As he'll stare the first pitch down. And a couple aggressive steps from Meunier down at second, thinks about it, shuffles back and forth, but he will stay at second base. As it kind of seemed like he changed his mind a couple times. This one in foul territory, pardon me, will ride fair. It's in play. As underneath of it, just at the third base line, is the Cyclones to find out number 3, as that was Luke Jubenville able to confirm it. And when we come back top of the 5th, and the Cyclones still looking to chip away at this East Nepean lead. Top of the 5th inning here, and the Cyclones only have one so far through 4, but another opportunity here to get some runs back their way. Leading things off is number 99, Max Ruthven. As Avery Ponder back on the bump for, I believe, his 3rd consecutive inning, as he joined halfway through the top of the 3rd. There's a ball. Going the way of Ruthven. It's a 2-0 lead as well. Max fly ball to center field. His first time up, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Strike 1 on the inside from Ponder. He had himself in a sticky situation back an inning ago with 2 on, but found back-to-back strikeouts to get his team out of it. Stayed calm, cool, and collected. Here's the 2-1. Reaches into that one and cracks it to center field as it kind of skips on past the shortstop. Bobbles it a little bit. As that was Eddie Kearney to try to close that one off, but how about a leadoff single from Max Ruthven, and there's a runner on. As here's Wyatt Henderson. First pitch up high for ball 1, and while a big base runner here for the Cyclones, try to spark something in their offense here early on with no outs in the top of the 5th. And down in there in time for strike 1. As Ponder really loves to dance around that top of the zone. And he gets one there, and a lot of time it does freeze up batters. 1-1. And that will also paint the outside. Throw down to first as well. And Ruthven slides back in time. So Wyatt Henderson, his favorite food is McDonald's. I agree, that's probably in my top 5 too. It's a good pick. Inside for ball 2, bring us to 2-2. As that will be strike 3 looking on Henderson as it pierces the bottom of the zone, and Avery Ponder with another strikeout. And here's Logan Sheeler as the 2 pitchers currently in the game will go for a battle here. And Sheeler will foul the first pitch back. Start off 0-1. Sheeler found success in the bottom of the 4th inning, as we'll need a shoe tying down at first base. As Max Ruthven will get his base coach to tie him up. As everyone's good to go, Ruthven ready to potentially run. We'll see if that's why he got the shoes tied up. That's up high for a ball, and while Ponder, just so much success that's coming into the game, is really kept the lead here. And the Cyclones have threatened a couple times in the last couple innings as well, but he's been able to work his way out of it. That's a ball on the outside. Sheeler walked his last time he was here. Would love to find that result again to put 2 on. Here's the 2-1. Swings on that one, fouls it back. And similar to the exact same thing he did on the first pitch, will bring him to a second strike and go 2-2. And while Ponder searching for back-to-back potential punch-outs, and Sheeler's got a battle, the 2-2. And it's ball 3. And it's a full count. And while we'll have the payoff pitch here. In play from Sheeler. Gets down to center field. And the throw to second. The tag won't be there in time. As even better, it was a force out, but able to beat it is Max Ruthven. And there's 2 on with a single from Logan Sheeler as he got all of that ball. Knew he had to swing. It was delivered right down the plate from Ponder on the full count pitch. And just smokes it to center field. It's a one-hopper. as I believe that will do it for Avery Pottinger. Quite the performance from the young guy as he goes 2 innings and shuts things down. New pitcher coming to the game for East Nepean, number 3, Easton Engler. Will take his warm-up before we get back underway. He'll inherit only get 1 out and 2 base runners on, as the Cyclones trying to threaten here in the top of the 5th. And what would like to do some damage now if they were going to pull off this comeback. Wouldn't want to leave it all to potential top of the 6th inning. And so Engler will take his warm-up, and while his favorite MLB player, he writes, is Trey Savage. And well, perfect time to replicate him here, as he'll take to the mound and try to do what Savage does. I don't know if he's got the arm angle quite like Trey does. And if he can beat any athlete, who would it be? Well, he must be a Leafs fan, because it's Gavin McKenna, the first overall pick to the Toronto Maple Leafs just recently. And he wants to be a hockey player when he grows up, so he's a multi-sport athlete. Easton is. And we'll get it back underway. First batter to face the new pitcher and angler is Lorenzo Lewis. And it's ball 1 of the first pitch. As Lewis's favorite hobby is dirt biking. On the inside of the bat, and that will be played down the first base line for out number 1, as they confirm the out. Is picking it up there was Henry Monnier. And that's out number 2, but both base runners will advance now. It's 2 in scoring position at 3rd and 2nd. And there's Felix Mayu. Walked his last time up. A walk would load the bases up here. First pitch from Engler for ball 1. And you can hear the Cyclones start the chant in their bullpen, trying to spark something, get the energy going. 1-0 to Mayu will be ball 2. And shuffles away in a 3-0 lead here for Mayu. If I remember correctly, this is the same exact situation he found himself in his first time up. Engler to the 3-0. And we'll keep him there with strike 1 as he gets one back. Mayu in play as the shortstop first to it. Play to first in time. And that will save any runs from scoring, as it's Eddie Kearney, the shortstop, making the fast play. And that will do it for the top of the 5th inning. When we come back, it's bottom 5 in East Nepean, looking to add to their tally. Bottom of the 5th inning here back in Pembroke on game 1 of the day and game 1 of the tournament. As back at the mound is number 24, Logan Sheeler, who found his way out of the bottom of the 4th and looking to shut things down. He has to be on his game here early, as there's a possibility of dancing around that 10-run mercy rule after 5 innings, which is the limit there in minor Little League Baseball. So if 2 runs score for the Eagles, they would walk it off in this inning. If not, the Cyclones would need 8 in the top of the 6th to stay alive. That is the current situation that Windsor Central finds them in. So Logan Sheeler trying to get them to find another inning. This one high up to right field, shallow right as it's dying down, and a jumping play, and the catch made by Lorenzo Lewis. And there's 1 down. As that was a great play to close the ground, as that one was just basically a moonshot right into the air. And here's Eddie Kearney, who had a single earlier in the game. As that was Dino Zarudis also, who was the leadoff batter. Kearney will take the first one, looking for strike 1, as Sheeler's looking sharp here early on in the bottom 5. Kearney to right center field, and it will go right up the alley as it splits the 2 outfielders. And Eddie Kearney will have his 2nd single of the ball game. And it's heavy hitting here, the outfield being put to work here in the bottom 5 for Windsor Central, as that's back-to-back plays where Lewis has got to cover some ground and unable to get to the second one. Here's Leo Zhao. As Leo will see the first pitch, he's had a walk earlier in the game. We'll see ball 1 for Zhao. As he shimmies away from it for ball 2. A quick 2-0 lead. And a heavy chop to the backstop as well. There goes Kearney down to second, and he'll make his steal successful. And so a big swing here from Zhao will bring us to strike 1, and going back the way of Sheeler. And we'll have the 2-1 pitch. And it's outside for ball 3. Gotta find the strike zone now. That would put potential walk-off run aboard. It's ball 4 for Zhao, and honestly, it seemed like he threw that bat before the pitch even crossed the plate. He knew it was going his way, and there's 2 on. As here's Titus Tan, who had himself a single and 2 RBIs earlier in the game. As this one's in play, a bouncer to the second baseman over top of his glove. And runners getting the wave around third, and here comes Eddie Kearney around. And it's double digits for East Nepean as they make it 10-1. And so first pitch swinging from Tan. Multiple base hits this game, and here's Sam Lemo. Lemo first pitch swinging as well. This one gets through to left field and gets on past the left fielder. And here comes runner around, and Leo Zhao will make it 11-1. Lemo into second. And with that big RBI hit from Sam Lemo, will walk it off for East Nepean as they win it 11-1. Final score, and will continue on the winner's bracket as the Windsor Central Cyclones will have to regroup as they'll head on down to the loser's bracket. What a game to start it off. It was the hot bats of the Eagles which brought them to success, and it's Sam Lemo with the walk-off winner. That will do it for game 1 of the day. We'll have 2 more games today, 1 o'clock scheduled first pitch for High Park versus the Orleans Red Sox, and then 6 p.m. after the 5:15 opening ceremonies. At 6, we'll see the host team, Upper Ottawa Valley, take on the Timmins Lynx. So subscribe and hit that notification bell on the Pembroke 2026 Minor Ontario Provincial's YouTube channel, because we're bringing you all of the coverage all week long. And I get to see the love is already being shared among the channel. Great viewership, so hey, send it to everybody you know. Anybody, friends or family, spread it around, because as I mentioned, we're going to be here all week long until we crown a provincial championship. We'll be live at 1 p.m. for High Park and Orleans.